Alright, this is my deck profile for the Unofficial Official Jett Kuso tournament. I got 3rd place in it. There's a deck profile up on my friend's channel, Spanish for Cheese. It was kind of hectic, I was tired, I felt like I didn't really explain the deck as much as I wanted to. So I kind of wanted to do it here. Just kind of explain my reasoning for card choices and maybe what I'd do differently. So my lineup here was the Fangzor, Hydrous Ultra. I played Garganoid Ultra over something like a Hydronoid Ultra because I was more scared of Inferno Wings and Hot Potato than I really should have been. I know that some of the people in my shop use Hot Potatoes and Inferno Wings, and I was more afraid than I should have been of those cards. They're not necessarily great now that rerolls exist, and I play quite a few rerolls in this deck, so I really shouldn't have been so afraid of those cards. And even the entire tournament, I had Inferno Wings used on me once, and I immediately rerolled, and it didn't do anything to me. So I really shouldn't have been as scared as I was. But I mean, Garganoid Ultra is pretty good. You know, he's hitting a pretty good B power on his own. I think he's just underneath Hydronoid Ultra, like 100 under or something like that. I don't want to do math right now for it. He gets up just around Hydronoid Ultra, and if you are Inferno Wings or Hot Potatoed, you know, you're sitting clean at a nice 700 instead of measly 200 with Hydronoid Ultra. So that was my thought process behind it all. And I mean, it worked. He was putting in work in the tournament. Otherwise, yeah, this is the lineup, and I'll show you the rest of the deck here. So to start off, why is this not in order? Oh god. Oh no, why is this not in order?
Oh, we could have done this before the video.
I was playing guard.
Alright. So to start off, I was playing 3 Chaotic Darkness. It was the truth.
Because that's the truth. 3 Chaotic Darkness.
The truth.
Yeah.
And the truth shall set you free.
No, but it was a good card. Just being able to rip a card out of my opponent's hand was really nice the entire tournament. It was also a flow activator if I needed it to. I had the 3 Tides. It's easily replaced by that new card from Age of Aurelius now, but it's a good card. It was doing work the entire tournament. And then I had 3 Deep Dive. Drawing a card and re-rolling for 1 is pretty solid. And then for the 2s, I was playing 3 Mind Slip. Again, ripping a card and getting to re-roll, pretty nice. The 2 cost was a little iffy, but it ended up putting in some work. Then I was playing 3 Blinding Ink. It's just a very solid card, being able to negate basically any action card in the game, because most people are only playing like 3s and under, so it was very solid. Now this one was the kind of wild card in the tournament. I was playing 3 Ice Barrier. In testing up to the point of the tournament, I was playing Stone Skin here, and I was not a fan of it. I maybe used it once in all of my testing at locals with a friend of mine before the tournament, and I just was not a fan. So we were looking at cards, we were looking at like Dark Depths, we were looking at, or Dark Waters, we were looking at, you know, just a bunch of different cards, and I ultimately decided to do Ice Barrier just because I feel like I struggle a little bit in the early game for that early B power. So granted, I'm already pretty high B power with my guys, but just in case I needed to get up a little bit, and this definitely put in work the entire tournament, so that was pretty nice. I might end up cutting it for some other reroll, like the Dark Waters, Dark Depths, whatever. But for now, it was fine. Then for 3s, I was playing the 3 Wave Slashes. Solid card. Granted, the flow is a little annoying to get sometimes, but when you do that plus 1,000 for 3, it's very solid. To help get over that hurdle of the activating flow, I was playing 3 Hurricane Winds. You get 300, and you get to play a 4 or less cost action card for free. This was a very good card the entire tournament. Put in an insane amount of work. Just being able to get that extra B power and play anything else in my hand for free was insane. Very good card. So then we moved to the 4s. I was playing 2 Riptides. I liked this card. It was kind of a high cost. There was only one time the entire tournament I didn't play this off of a Hurricane Winds. So it was fine in that regard. Even when I did play it off or hard cast it instead of just playing it off of the Hurricane Winds. It was still fine. But then I did play 2 Absorb. I wasn't really a fan of this card. In theory, it's good. But I think the most impactful card I ever was able to negate off of an Absorb was a Super Fuel. And I didn't end up actually copying the effects of Super Fuel because I didn't need it. I won. I was uncontested, my opponent missed. I just didn't need to do it. This will probably be replaced by the new card Sinkhole out of Age of Relis that negates an action or hero card, because heroes are probably going to be pretty good with this new set. But yeah, this didn't perform as well as I'd hoped it would. But in theory, it's good. It's just that in practice, it wasn't as great. So that was it for the actions. So then I was playing Evos I played in the deck were the 3 Fangzors. High cost, so it was kind of slow. But just being able to draw 3 was really good. Just fill up my hand. This deck had no problem at all with keeping a full hand, or at least a pretty solid hand. We'd be like grinding a game out, and I'd be still sitting at like a full hand, and there'd be people who'd be like at 1 to 0 cards. Be like, how are you even doing that? And cards like Fangzor helped. Along with that, Shun did help too. Shun, being able to just draw a card whenever I open, with my rerolls, that was great. He was a little slow because it was hard to find a turn to play him sometimes. If I won on turn 3 and I had him in hand and I didn't have to play any sort of action, I just play him there. But after that specific turn 3, it was sometimes hard to find a place to actually like stick him to a board. And then I was playing, 3 Pact to Darkness. Probably just the best flip in the game. It is just the best flip in the game. And then 3 Sonic Shields. Pact, I don't really have to explain that one. Just being able to stop any non-Darkest for free is insane. My hand was full so much that the sacrifice didn't really matter at all. Sonic Shield, though, I decided to play Sonic Shields because both my deck has the Green Fist and Fire Fist. That's all my deck is comprised of. And I figured that both Fire Fist and Green Fist would be prevalent, and boy was I right. there was a Green Fist deck, there was a Fire Fist deck. Now in Top Cut, I think, first and second place were shields, so this didn't help. And then their best attacker was Nilius, so this didn't help. So that was the downfall of me. But in the other circumstances, these were good. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Just going forward, I think I'm probably going to be replacing Absorbs with Sinkhole. It's kind of just better, I think. I could also replace this with a lower cost card. I'm still not sure just yet. I'm gonna have to test it and see, but Sinkhole seems like a very promising card. And then, I don't know, I'm still on the fence about the Ice Barrier. In practice, it was very strong, but I feel like I might want the 3 Dark Waters just to abuse Shun. So we're gonna have to test that and see. But I think both the Ice Barrier and the Dark Waters would perform very well. But yeah. Alright, well, thank you for watching my deck profile. If you liked it, please subscribe. Please like, comment, share, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you next time. I played Hydronoid. No, I didn't play Hydronoid.